What's up, birds? Welcome to the Self-Care Monday podcast episode. Oh shit. I don't even know what episode is. Is it 5? Woo! Just dropped a pen. I don't even know. I believe it's episode 5. It is episode 5. Welcome to episode 5 of the Self-Care Monday podcast. How are you feeling? So today we have a pep talk for you. And I'm clearly trying to do this on the first try. No cutting, just go in the flow because I feel like it. But welcome in. So today we're going to have a pep talk and I'm really excited because I feel like this is for the romantic people. I feel like this is for the people that possibly right now kind of want to take a leap of faith. Maybe it doesn't have to be about love. It doesn't be that you want to take a leap of faith towards love, but I do feel like there are new beginnings in your life that I feel like they are worth romanticizing. And there are things that you want to go towards. And I really feel like they connect you with your heart and they bring a lot of light into your life and happiness and joy into your world. And I do feel like this is going to be essentially the pep talk to get you to do it. Because I do feel like there is something so beautiful here for you to tap into. I feel like new beginnings are awesome. They are the possibility of something new. They are the possibility of a new story, of a new chapter in your life. And it is up to us to romanticize that. It is up to us to see that with the brightest, best light possible. And I kind of feel like right now, maybe that is not happening. So hopefully I will help you change that. But I really feel like right now you could be looking at that new beginning as a fool. And that is normal. I mean, fear has this thing of always getting to us in the worst possible timing ever. But I really feel like you could be seeing this new beginning, this leap of faith has, man, I'm gonna get screwed over by this, and this is not gonna work. I'm gonna screw this up. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be wasting my time. What if you're not? What if you're not? Because I feel like you're seeing yourself as, I don't have anything to give. I'm still very new and fresh for this. Maybe if this is about career, for example, you're taking a look at that new beginning and you're comparing yourself to people that are already doing it. They have so many years of experience. They are so much better than me. They have so much to give and I have nothing. You actually do. You have a different perspective. You have your perspective. You have who you are to give to that career, to give to that project, to give to that new beginning. If this is about love, maybe you're putting this person on a pedestal, putting this relationship on a pedestal and thinking that you're new to this. Maybe your heart was blocked for a very long time and now you're allowing yourself to actually open up to love and open up to the possibility of being loved. And you don't know how to do that. You think that this person is so much better than you and they're so far ahead of you. What if they're not? What if you're actually going to be able to work on it together? Because the reality is you actually have done a lot of good work. Okay, if this new beginning is being offered, is showing up for you, it's because you've done the work for the opportunity to show up. It's because you've created stability, enough stability in your life for you to be able to go towards this new beginning. The universe, God, guides, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, starfish, I don't know, whatever it is, that entity, I'm going to call it a universe for the sake of speech. The universe can only give you what it knows that you can handle. I'm going to repeat that. The universe only gives you, only presents to you, only puts it in your life if it knows that you're going to be able to handle it. So if this career opportunity is showing up, it's because you're going to be able to handle it. It's because you have the tools to handle it, to make it happen. If this person, this beautiful person that you're putting on a pedestal, that you think they're incredible, they're only showing up because you're incredible too. Because you're that for them. Because that new beginning is part of your new story. That new beginning is part of this new chapter that you're starting to write. And it is up to you to pick up that pen and start writing it. It is up to you to go and do it. Because if you don't do it, then it's just gonna go, I'm reading this book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and she talks about ideas. And it's like, it's very similar to this situation, because she was talking about like how we have an idea and how inspiration gets to us. And it can be there fighting for us and fighting for our attention, fighting for us to do something about it, but it can only be there for so long. Then it's going to find someone better that actually does something about it if you don't act, right? And it's the same thing here. New opportunities, they present themselves to you at a certain time because it's perfect, because it's like, this is the moment, dude. And if you don't do it, then I believe is that what is meant for you, it's not going to miss you. But there is a timing factor, which is, it's subjective, and it's like, it flows. So it's a little bit complicated, but it has like external factors for you to consider. So if it is presenting to you now, it's because right now those external factors are perfect. Those external factors are lining up for this opportunity to be presented. And if you don't take it, if you refuse it, then the opportunity is going to go away. And maybe in 10, 20 years, it shows up again because the external factors are there again. But are you really going to wait 10, 20 years for that opportunity to be presented again, when you can actually start living it now? And the thing is, this is not a new beginning that could actually go terribly wrong. The reality is, this is actually something that it's so good, okay? Because it's coming from your heart. It's coming from something that you want. You've manifested this new opportunity. So what are you waiting for? I would actually, if you're new here and you haven't listened to episode number 1, maybe you would be interested in doing that, because it is actually, the literal title is New Beginnings and Taking Leaps of Faith. So it could be relevant for you. But let's get here into the pep talk, okay? So you may think that you have nothing to give. And the reality is that your biggest quality is that you have this huge heart, is that you actually are able to give people so much love. I feel like you make people feel so comfortable. I feel like you make people feel at home. And if this is about love, that is most likely how that person feels, okay? That person feels like home, feels like you have such a big heart, big, genuine, and pure heart. And I feel like there's this thing of like, I'm hearing like, I just want to hug you. You know, I feel like you're just so adorable. And not adorable in a sense of innocence. Maybe that is how you're seeing yourself. It's like, I'm too innocent. I'm too naive. That could be a plus. That could be something that you can offer to that project, to that business, to that career opportunity. You have a fresh perspective. You have this view of stuff. And I was actually going to say optimism. The thing is, I don't think you're being very optimistic right now. That is actually something that you could start working on, okay? But I feel like you're letting fear get in the way, because I actually feel like you do have optimism. I just think that fear is so big right now that you're letting that cloud the optimism, and you're letting that cloud the possibility, the good possibility of things going better than what you expected. And you should actually be really proud of who you are, because you're just like this bright sunshine. And I know that I'm telling you this, and you're probably not believing a single word of what I'm saying. And that tells more about you than what it tells about me, and what it tells more, and what it says about this podcast. Because your view of yourself is so crucial, okay? How you see yourself, how you take care of that little kid inside of you says so much about what you've been. And you should be so much freaking proud of yourself for having gone through all of those things, okay? Because now you went through all of those things, but you still have the ability to love. That is not easy. When people go through very complicated, hurtful situations, especially as a kid, that shapes us into either very heart-blocked people or very kind, caring people, because you don't want that to happen to others. And I feel like you're the second option. Maybe for some time, again, maybe your heart was a little bit blocked, and for some time, you actually were the first option. But that second one always stayed there. And it is coming up to light now. And it is wanting for you to take a look at that side and to be proud and to use it. So please take good care of that inner child and tell it that you love it. that you love yourself, that you love who you are, and that you're so proud of the things that you've run through together. Because man, if you're who you are right now, like this, at this moment, if you're still here, that is enough for you to be proud, you know? And there is so much more for you to be proud of. Starting with the simple fact of your heart and the love that you have to give. You have so much to give. Please go look into those things, okay? I feel like one good thing would be like writing, maybe even like writing a letter to yourself. That is actually something that I have been doing in a way. It's like small little letters to myself instead of gratitude journaling. I kind of joined that into that, but it's actually been very gratifying because it's like, it makes me think of all the sides of me, you know? It makes me really dive into the brave side and writing a letter to that brave side. It makes me dive into the kind side and write a letter to that kind side. It makes me dive into my stubborn side and be proud and write a letter to that stubborn side because it makes me fight for my goals, you know? So that is possibly a task that could help you out, is actually looking into all of your sides, all of your qualities, all of your flaws, and writing a letter to that flaw, writing a letter to that quality, and saying why you love it so much. Why you love it because it makes you, okay? How does it make you? How do you use it? And how can you use it for good if you're not using it for good? You know, because in the past, I used to use that stubbornness to fight people. Sometimes I still do, gotta be honest. But I used to use that stubbornness as a flaw, actually. And I'm trying to use that stubbornness now as a quality, as putting my head in the game and not giving up until I get what I want. You know, every single aspect that you have that you think is a flaw could be something so incredible, because there's always duality in stuff, okay? So not all bad things are 100% bad, and not all good things are 100% good, okay? So I kind of feel like you taking a look at all of those sides of you may start giving you a little bit more courage for you to step into this new beginning and to feel a little bit more prepared and more resourceful for you to get into this, okay? Because you already have all that you need to really jump and make something happen, okay? So I feel like your biggest block here right now is that I feel like it's your self-talk, you know? I feel like it's you telling yourself that, oh, but the past cannot be changed, and I did some pretty awful things, or I went through those things and I should have known better. You didn't know better. You know now, so now you can rewrite the past. Now you can do something differently. I feel like there is a need for you to forgive yourself, for you to celebrate who you are, and really appreciate every single aspect of your story, every single aspect of your past, the good, the bad, everything, because that made you who you are. And that is allowing you to move forward into new possibilities, okay? Right now, you are exactly where you need to be. And you wouldn't be able to be here where you are today if you hadn't gone through all of those things. So please forgive yourself. Forgive that little kid that did not know better, okay? You were doing your best at the time. Forgive yourself for the things that you said, for the things that you didn't say. Forgive yourself. And when I say little kid, it doesn't have to be like about childhood. Maybe it's like yesterday you said something, and that little kid, it was the little kid that was hurt that was talking. Forgive that little kid. Forgive yourself from yesterday, okay? That didn't say that thing, that did say that thing that you didn't mean to, that didn't act, or that acted in a very childish way, immature way. Forgive yourself for it all, okay? And start to move forward. Start to create a different reality for yourself, because your mindset, who you want to be, is what creates your reality. Whatever is in your mind, whatever is your focus, is what you're going to create. So this new beginning, please imagine it has the best case scenario. You know, there's even this card. I'm going to read it to you. I absolutely love this one. If you're going to make up stories in your head about people and circumstances, please make them love stories with happy endings. And I feel like this is the whole point of this pep talk. Is for you to make love stories with happy endings, because that is what you could have. You could have a beautiful love story with a happy ending with your career, with your life, with this new beginning. Maybe for some, you're wanting to move out, meeting new people. Maybe it is literally a beautiful love story with a happy ending. You have something so beautiful that is starting to show up for you. Please do not let it go away, and don't make yourself wait another 10, 20 years so you can have it again, so you can have the opportunity again. If you really push yourself and fight yourself a little bit, just enough for you to get past this first stage, because that is the worst part of it, it's actually taking the leap. It's actually doing something about it. When you get past that point, man, you can achieve anything. And this new beginning, it's going to feel so easy. Of course, you're going to have your hiccups. I mean, not everything is perfect, but it's going to feel extremely easy because you're following your heart, and you're doing something out of love, out of passion, out of optimism and possibilities. And that is something so beautiful. So please start reframing that mindset, okay? I feel like one good thing for you to do would be possibly journaling and trying to figure out, okay, what it is exactly that I'm fearing that may happen in this new beginning. What it is exactly that I am hesitating on. Why is it? Really try to look into the whys, into what it is exactly, and start to work with it. If you're afraid of getting hurt, start working with it. What if now you could actually have a happy ending because you have learned the lessons, you have learned what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So what is it exactly that is telling you that you're going to get hurt? You have learned the lessons, check, that box is checked. You have learned from the past, that box is checked. I hope you have, but if you're listening to this and if that new beginning is presenting, is because you already have the tools, is because the universe knows you can handle it, right? You already know what you shouldn't do, checked. You already know what you should do, check. Okay, why would I get hurt if I know what I need to do? And if it is meant for you, it's going to make you happy, okay? If it is meant for you, it is showing up, number one. And if it is meant for you, you have to take it. You don't have to, but I don't know. I don't think it would make a lot of sense if you wouldn't. Because, man, you could be so happy, okay? And if you do, I really feel like things are going to, like in the beginning, when you start changing your whole life, when you start taking new beginnings, things can seem sometimes a little bit like a mess, things can seem a little bit unstable, but it's only because you're breaking down the unstable part so you can create stability. Okay, so don't be afraid if things shake up a little bit, if more fears and insecurities show up, but it's all happening for you to be able to have that new beginning in a very beautiful and solid foundation. You got this, okay? So please take yourself out on a date, okay? Take yourself to the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror and say some pretty nice things, okay? Don't be afraid to be creative in your imagination with the stories that you tell yourself about this new possibility. Again, make up stories with love stories with happy endings, okay? Please take care of that inner child, protect it, nurture it, speak nicely to it, forgive it, okay? And take action. Just freaking take action. Call that person, ask them on a date, call that person and accept the job. Call yourself and be like, hey, honey, well, we got a new project going on. Come on, get your ass over here and start working on it. Whatever it is, do it. So I hope this helped. I hope it resonated and everything. If it did, don't forget to support me in any way that you can by liking this podcast episode, by subscribing, anything that you can do. It really does help. And yeah, that is it. I wish you the freaking best. You got this, okay? I love you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.